Coming up, hear all the latest news and the top scandals in sports, y'all, but from a woman's point of view. So sit back and listen up. And here's your host, Miss Carolyn Bryant.
Hello everyone, I'm Carolyn Bryant and welcome to our first edition of Real Chicks Dig Sports. We are taping live here at B Glam Salon in Stafford, Texas. You guys sit back. I'm not going to say relax because this show is going to be explosive. Okay ladies, let's get this show started. We're going to talk about some of the stupid things that men do. I've highlighted a couple topics going on and that have taken place before. One, are you guys familiar with Roy Williams, the wide receiver who sent his intended a proposal in the mail with a ring? She denied the proposal and kept the ring. He wants it back. And then another former local star, Mario Williams, who gave his intended a $75,000 ring, about 10 carats. And she didn't want to marry him either. The question is an engagement ring a gift or is it an investment? Let's discuss.
Well, we're looking at two different...
It's both.
Are they white girls? It don't matter.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
They actually were.
To answer your question, one is a former Texas beauty queen, and yes, she was white. And then I did look it up, and Mario Williams, intended was also non-black.
It's an investment. It's an investment, but we also too have to look at Texas law. And I think here in Texas, which both obviously made the proposals and did the gift exchange, was that, there was an intent, the ring with an intent to marry. Now, for whatever reason, as far as what happened to Paul Wade, then that should become an issue, and I think that's what most people don't realize.
So wait, what does the law say?
Well, I think that the law says, and I'm not exactly sure as far as the word verbatim, but that if there is a ring exchange and the proposal goes with the ring with the intent to get married, then technically, if the marriage does not happen for whatever reason, then the gift goes back to whoever.
Oh, I don't agree with that. This is my point. I think that if you buy what you want to buy, and if you give me a ring, whether I'm marrying you or not, it's mine. But now, if you give me your grandmother or family heirloom, you can't be walking around with my grandmother's ring on your finger. You should feel it necessary to give it back. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I feel like it is an investment and it's a gift. However, you want your ring back, but I can't give my hot pocket back. I can't get my hot pocket back.
Right. Well,
so, as far as I'm concerned, I think that it's an even exchange.
What's a hot pocket?
You know, girlfriend.
would anybody like to demonstrate?
No.
Any other comments?
That's a hot
I
pocket,
have another
honey.
comment. I think what people missed in the issue and where people were probably favorable on the side of both of the athletes was what happened during the course of the relationship to cause the wedding not to happen.
He claimed that she only wanted him for his money, and she claimed that he was not really ready to commit, that he was still out and about doing his thing. So she decided to call it off because she felt like he wasn't ready. Now back to she just wanted him for his money. How in the world can you prove or disprove that? I mean, if you are fine, good looking, bad body, packing everywhere, and you have money, the only way you can separate those two is if you're a jerk. And then I'm going to marry you only because of the lifestyle you can provide.
Did she know him prior to him becoming a football player or after he was a financially successful football player?
I don't know. I don't think that matters.
Well, for both,
I think it really
It does matter.
It does. It matters.
For both it's after, but still there's no way to prove whether or not a person wanted you for their money unless they come out and say it. Now, secondly, though, and just listen.
Trish,
Bitch, you want that money, girl.
No, just listen to me because
Girl,
I
you
do
want that
think
money.
that the women should keep the ring. I think they
I
have
agree.
every right to keep the ring,
I
and that's
agree.
because we don't know the details as far as what transpired for the
I think we all in agreement we should keep the ring.
Well,
Yeah.
but I
Explain what's going on with Aaron Hernandez.
Well, currently he's being charged.
Like, what exactly happened? Because I have a little bit of an idea, but I'm not really too
Well, I mean,
sure. Like, someone
okay.
got shot.
So you know he's a
He's been charged with
wide
murder.
receiver
Charged with
for
murder.
the Patriots, right?
Okay.
You know that much.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
they
he's Puerto-
playing good
wait.
in the NFL.
You know he's
Football
Puerto Rican,
season.
right? Do you know
Is
he's
he really?
fine?
Mhm.
Okay, so if you
Hell
know,
yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
already, she's already put out some statistics. She's already put out statistics that where it's favorable for us as far as his image.
I'm telling you all the important stuff. You stand up, all the way down to
Now, he was the person that they
offensive.
found, like, a body so many feet away from his home?
Right.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
What happened?
Because I really don't have a clue. I've heard
Okay,
so
let me
many
tell you real
comments
quick.
about it.
All right.
That's a little bit, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, they found a body of somebody he had been out with. This is the boyfriend of his baby mama or fiance's sister. So there's a connection there. We don't know where they were or what they were doing. As far as I know and what I've seen on TV, I've been watching a while, the evidence is circumstantial, which
Okay,
gives
okay.
me a huge room of doubt. And I'm with Snoop Dogg, who was also charged with murder, and he beat it.
Yeah.
They don't have a weapon, and as
Well,
of
they
now,
found the gun. They found the
they
gun.
did find.
I
Okay,
think
so that's
they
new.
found the gun.
So it's got to be fingerprinted.
Ballistic testing.
There are two other men who are involved. We don't know if they were the hitmen or if Aaron is involved, but I do know about the legal system in that if you don't tell them what they want to know, they will bring up everything you did from the time you came out your mother's
newborn.
womb to create an image that you are a
That you're a
thug
horrible
and you are very capable of committing murder.
And so that's what they did.
But the
They
thing
took
is, everybody is capable of committing
I agree.
murder.
I agree.
But let's
agree.
let's
Everybody.
put that
I
out
thought
there.
about it like
Let's put that out there.
Gotta let it go,
Let's
son.
put that- but let's-
chooses to commit.
But let's put
Exactly.
the image. And the first way that they presented his image was, of course, his father passing and he having a hard time dealing with that. That was the one thing. Then, of course, they had him with the guns in the mirror. Well, hell, after the incident in the Northeast, everyone took a gun, took pictures with a gun. That was the whole
Yeah, that
thing
was
about-
not supposed to be
Yeah,
a big deal.
that
Even
was
little
about the
kids were showing off their new rifles that their parents had bought. Okay, I'm following you.
Yeah.
Now there's
But now somebody's dead.
well, there's
Two people are dead.
3 people are dead.
Three
His
people are dead.
cousin was involved in a crash accident, who was one that they wanted to bring in for questioning.
Oh, but he had nothing to do with that.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
but,
one
but
person-
see, the
They
way
don't
they
know
put it in
that.
the news is like she just said, like he had something to do with it.
Right.
They said, oh, the
That's
person
the
involved
image
in
I'm talking
questioning.
about. When
Yeah,
we want
they're
you
putting
to
that in
be
the news.
guilty, we gonna create
they're
this in the
talking
media.
about
Exactly.
all the fights he had back in daycare when he pushed somebody off
Daycare,
the monkey slide. And
Like I said, I didn't even hear any of this.
Somebody hair on fire. They gonna find that.
when he hit the boy across his head because
Here's
he
another
wouldn't get his
huge
bottle,
They also
No,
disclosed
they
that
don't.
he disclosed when he was signing and shopping for an NFL contract that he disclosed that he'd been in trouble for smoking marijuana in college.
He disclosed that.
Right,
He publicly
What does that
disclosed
have to do with anything?
So they want to know.
But
I'm
that's
just saying they're
But you
already
haven't
building a
disclosed
They're gonna
case.
be there.
But wait a minute. So he disclosed that. Let's put all of those who did not disclose
Exactly.
it.
Right.
Who gets
Right.
positive test
That's what I'm
results.
saying. So that could be used
They're already in jail right now.
This was what was funny because this was on Twitter last week. What was the percentage of athletes, of football players that have been arrested for some type of violation? That percentage is very high. Whether or not it's for drunk driving,
Domestic
violence, aggravated assault, aggravated robbery, armed assault, armed robbery, selling,
driving without a driver's license.
or whatever, it's
Whatever
in that. That percentage
Whatever.
is very high. He fits the norm of what is expected out of most
That's
people.
why I
You're
hold true that it's circumstantial. He knows what happened, and he's simply not telling what
Right,
happened
he's not
So they gonna take him
Until they
down
make him
until
okay.
he rats. But they say he has ties to
The gang.
gangs or.
So is
Well,
he
this
guilty?
this is what was
No.
funny. This is what was funny.
No,
About
I
the
We don't
day.
know.
We don't know.
What
We
was
don't
his
know.
Wait a
motive?
minute.
What did they come to
Here's
say?
one-
It was
here's
his
They don't
motive?
have one yet.
Here's
They
the
don't
day of
have
the
one. You gotta have a
incident.
motive.
Here's the day of the incident. The guy who played flag football, arena semi-pro, whatever he played, the one who unfortunately lost his life that day. He obviously was out in a club talking to someone who Aaron had beef with. That's high school,
That's what I
middle
heard.
school.
That's what
That's
that's
That is what I heard.
That's what the news has
That he
been
was
saying.
talking about
That's
stuff
not a
that he
motive.
shouldn't have been
That's not
talking
He was
about.
talking about the past murder.
Yes, he was
that
talking about
Hernandez
past murder.
had
That's what
done.
I heard.
Yes. And
So
Hernandez got
supposedly,
word.
they
Allegedly.
he killed him to shut him up.
Yes.
Because
Allegedly.
he showed loyalty.
That was word on the
Show
street.
your
But
loyalty.
it took
Okay.
days.
It's on the gang
It took
association.
days.
No loyalty.
It took days
It's
for
okay.
it took days because that guy who got shot in Miami or whatever had to come public and say that now there's a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit against him getting shot. He never pressed charges. Aaron should have been in jail back then for shooting that guy in the
True.
face.
Right.
He's
Right.
getting money. He knows that guy, at least there's guaranteed salary. There's something that team can't get back with the signing bonus that they gave him.
True.
Millions of dollars. So it took that to now look at, well, what else has he done? If that guy would have never said anything about having been shot, we wouldn't probably know all of these
Any
details.
other
We
stuff.
would probably still be dumbfounded as far as what the hell happened.
Well, I know if somebody went in my past, I can very much,
That's what I'm saying.
I can very much look
In
capable.
elementary,
I'm sure I have sent several
You
text
did right.
messages
Down.
saying I'm gonna kill
Calling tonight.
that mofo or something like that. So if this person died and I had really nothing to do with it, then I'm guilty. Even what based on this what we talking about, who thinks he's guilty?
It's only a way.
Yes.
You know, like, oh, I'll pay you next week. No, nigga, you gonna pay me today.
Right now.
This is not
This
Kmart.
moment.
We don't have no 10% surcharges here. We get the full fee. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day,
Immediately.
I have to pay all these people when I leave and go home.
They don't
When I
respect
go
it as a
home, I
profession,
have a
period. We
kid.
talk about that
Nobody does.
another
But I'm
time.
gonna tell you, when you're walking around with this hood bait, like your chain hanging down, you got the rims on your tires, you go home, you cash your check,
You
you
pop it out.
put your $100 on top of the 20,
Yeah.
on top of 601, you know what I'm saying, to make your stack look big.
Look
And then
big.
you get mad at me because I'm asking for a couple of dollars. You know, I'm
You shouldn't even have to ask.
You front.
You're bringing that. It's like I used to go a lot of parties. I think my first party was Denver Nuggets. They had flown us to Colorado.
Can we get a little bit of your background?
Well, let's just start. Actually, my father. I come from a pretty cool family. My stepfather is a chemist.
Are you a groupie?
I
Are you
don't
a
like
groupie?
that title. I'm a businesswoman.
I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds
I'm a
Okay.
businesswoman.
Okay, so
You're gonna. I'll put the price tag on myself. If I feel like if I can go to work and make my own money, I can buy my own car, pay my own bills, get my own wig, and you're an athlete. You can have, okay, girl, this speech. You can at least give me a little more than that, or at least the same. Why should I sit here and decorate you like a Christmas tree? You know, I'm not a Christmas tree. I'm not gonna decorate your table to make you look good, and I bought the outfit I'm wearing. That's
They don't look at it like
And I
that.
gotta buy
you
my
understand what I'm
Dutch.
saying? And I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just completely don't get that. And I love to hear, oh, they groupies, strippers. Let me tell you how it should work. Women, when you're tired of your husband, call me. I'm like, God, you know what?
Oh, hell no. I dance, I strip, I do all that.
So tired of him. Can I drop him off so I can go shopping?
Yes.
I had a lot of arrangements like that.
Right.
Actually, I got flown to South Padre about a couple of weeks ago. And I got, the snack change ain't the same, but it's a snack change. And
And
she
about
wanted
20.
she wanted him to be occupied. And I said, of course. She was like, we just want you like you're his girlfriend. Do what I do and do what I do. The same thing.
There are
I'm
all
like,
kinds of
okay,
services
awesome.
out
It's
there.
like an acting job.
Yes.
I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna collect that money. I'm gonna get on my flight. I'm gonna bring my black ass back home.
I think that's some bullshit.
That's a
Straight up bullshit.
Go, speak your mind. This the young in the house.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
I think that's some bullshit. Real talk is because I feel like, first of all, women, I feel like we compromise too much for men.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? I
That's
feel
true.
like I feel like we bend over backwards too much for men. I feel like, you know, like a friend of mine was saying to me the other day, you know, about well girl, you ought to be satisfied because your man, you know, he showed you a little something because he did this and he did that. But that ain't shit. You know, you gotta argue with your man about something simple, something small, but then they want you to cook, clean, strip. They want you to crawl on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit. But then, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? You gotta argue with them about taking care of kids and all that.
Well, you know, there is some confusion about who's the trick and who's the treat.
Right.
But you got to be the trick.
Dude, I done paid for dudes before.
But let me say something. As a male, as a
It feels good to have that power.
I have to.
But listen,
It feels good to have that power.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Miss Big Glam, next door.
Can I see? Can we talk?
But wait a minute, there's a difference between black women and white women and our tolerance level.
Well, tell me.
Well, you know what?
You hold that thought right there.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what? You say it is a difference, but I'm gonna tell you something, sweetie. Women are women straight across the board. We all have the same goal, but we go about it differently.
That's true.
However,
And that's what the difference
from a
comes in.
woman that's been married 10 years strong, 10 years long, and the high pocket feel the same, I strip, I dance, I flash, I hang off ceiling fans. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep my man at home. Because most of the time, men go outside the home where they're not completely satisfied.
And there's no
I'm a
communication.
cook. Let me tell you something. I'm a
Communicate.
mother. I'm a wife. I'm a freaking motherfucking sheep. Excuse me, you can delete that. I'm a freak and a sheep.
But you gotta be all that.
I'm gonna drop it like it's heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't need you, Naomi.
Right.
My man, I don't need you.
Right.
But she said,
I love you, but I don't need you because I know how
You hear
to
what she
twerk.
said?
I know how to
You
jerk.
ain't getting that phone call.
Yeah, you would not get my phone out.
That's the answer that I don't need.
Because you know what?
To be honest, I've never had a black customer.
I'm too fine.
There's a difference
Guess what?
between black
She
and white
is too
women.
fine for the line, honey. My husband tell you, it feels like it did 15 years ago. Okay, so I'm a twerk, I'm a jerk, I'm a cook, and I'm gonna do all that.
Right.
So most men, when they get married to wives, the wives do change. They get settled in reality.
And that's a huge problem.
And
I
that's a
hear
huge problem.
from the men.
But you got to date, you got to make, you got to keep it going, and you got to keep it flowing.
I don't have any problem. I don't mind none of that.
If you don't want, if you don't want Naomi, then you better drop it like it's heavy.
But I agree with all that. I agree with all that. As long as the man's doing what he's supposed to do, I don't have a problem doing none of that. But if that Negro ain't doing what he about to do, then fuck him in it. Then you should.
Okay, you said
Negro.
would you gay outside your race?
I have no problem with it. But I don't know about a white man. I don't know about a white man. I don't know about a white man because if I was dating a white man, I start thinking about Harriet Tubman years.
Oh, see, you, I mean, you,
But I mean, we're not in Harriet Tubman years.
Exactly.
Right.
We did.
Oh, yes, we are.
In certain
Yes,
ways.
we are.
All you got to do is make him mad, and guess what's the first word gonna come out his mouth? Make him mad.
That's not
Make a black man mad. What's the first word?
They gonna call you a little bitch. Okay, so they're not settling when they get their paycheck and sign their contract. Cause I've seen it. Why should I?
But
you know what? Don't tell me.
How come when the black men become rich, they leave the sisters behind?
They always do that.
Most of them.
Somebody please
Most
name an
of them
athlete, and I can
do.
tell you if I seen him or not, I can tell you exactly what he did. This is not hearsay.
Right.
This is what
I'm
I've seen. Name an athlete.
Just name one.
Name one.
If
I know him now.
You name one.
Yeah, you name
Katina
one.
Mobley.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it 100.
Okay.
I was. You have
Allegedly.
to for some. No, ain't no. I was there. This is not hearsay. Hearsay is when I told her and then you relay the message to someone else. It's coming from me. I was sitting right there.
Okay.
And so I was at that table before he got there, before the white girl came.
It's real
And I
talk
was
right
at
here.
the table when she left. I got $60. She got $1,000.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Then what does she look like?
Different.
That's what I'm saying. She don't look any different than anybody else. But what's weird is that they will look for the same physical attributes
Wait,
on a
wait.
black female on
Oh,
any
that's
other
another
race.
woman.
Was she
I'm
doing
tired
something
about
for him?
this
Wait,
race.
was she doing something for him?
Absolutely
that
not.
you
She
wanted?
was sitting down. We were sitting at the same table. I actually was the one working. Like, damn. After that, I said, you know
Well, you
what?
know, we always have to work harder
We-
than others.
Yeah.
Black
In every
taxi.
environment. That's the
Black
in every
and then he
environment.
came to Las Vegas with that bull. And then when gave this girl, I don't know how much money he gave her, but gave me my little piece of change. And then turn around and want to invite me to a pool party. If you want me to leave my job to go anywhere, you have to pay me.
First of all.
I'll put the financial conditions on myself. If you don't like it, go find somebody else. This is about money. I don't care about all this morality at the end of the day, because when they come into that club, they don't suffer any consequences. And I've seen it so many times, and I'm exhausted. Wayans brothers, you just supposed to did that movie, White Chicks.
Right.
Plenty
You
money.
got money.
So me and the black, I said, girl, get great out there, girl. They did the movie, great out there, get your wig brushed, let's go. So we go out there, you know, and we're just standing there looking stupid because they are drowning in a sea of white women. And I'm like, damn.
Why is
Talk
that?
about.
Why is that?
Why
I
do you
just
think?
don't know. I feel like because if they're in that environment, like for instance, Floyd Mayweather,
Right.
when he first started out boxing, he would come to this club called Crazy Horse. It's not open anymore. But that was a spot to be. You know,
He had all kinds of
that was
baby
a spot.
mamas. He got black ones,
Black
Latin
ones.
ones.
He likes assorted chocolate.
Yes,
He
yes.
would sit there and he would tip us a couple $100 here, and it was great. Moving on to success. Okay. He turns around, he comes to the club, Screaming Rhino. There was a place in the club, it was 10 white girls. All of them are extremely niggery. Very niggery.
Okay, what does that mean?
What is the niggering? What is that?
To me, niggery means that you're trying to implement our cultural behaviors.
Trying to be
and you're basically stealing cultural
Trying to
theft.
show some
You know,
swag.
basically
Okay.
watching television. You're constantly watching TV, you know,
Right.
watching how
Trying to
these
be me.
getting your butt shot. You know, I'm telling you, the past 5 years, it's completely
So
different.
now black men can get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Don't put the man down.
Is that it?
But wait a minute.
Because that's what he was set on. I go, really?
The minute somebody talk about money, that's the minute you know you're not gonna get it. Whenever I go
Yes,
up to a
I've heard that
table,
before.
oh wow, like I make $1 million, and I say, okay, so can you start with $20?
Yes, yes.
And if you can't
Start
start
right
I
now.
gotta go. You know, don't talk about
You
the
shouldn't
money.
even
Be
have to
about that
ask
money.
at that point.
Exactly. You know what I'm in here for, and I think that the strip club is an amazing platform for everybody else. It's like they don't have to suffer any consequences.
Let's go back to.
And them athletes are in there hard. They can sneak in and out.
Okay.
Sneaking in and out.
Let's go back to.
But then ask them what happens when they become past tense. When they no longer have those multi-million-dollar contracts.
Dennis Rodman was in there. Dennis Rodman was in Treasure.
That's right.
Wait,
That's right.
Eight weeks
Wait,
ago,
no,
the white girl
the white girl still wanted men. I mean,
But the white girls start early. Okay, then you out there recruiting on that football field.
Yeah,
you
that's what
guarantee.
they
Because I had one of my good friends. She has 3 sons, amazing athletes. One of them right now is playing for the Dallas Cowboys. But them white girls was like foolishness. They was at that door.
Oh no. That's our MO. We are the ones out there like vultures. They're just out there because
They're fans.
I just
they're
don't
fans and they're dead on the team or playing ball with so and so. There's no way that they are out there scouting, looking for their next baby daddy.
No, they are scouting. They're behind
No,
the
certainly not. And there's no way they are looking at these men for security, even though we know from way back, white children, white girls are taught to marry up.
To marry. I want to marry up too.
But wait, let me tell you, are you really marrying up if you marrying a thug? In my eye, no, you
A
just
thug with a checkbook.
you're a thug with a checkbook. That's
I can
not
deal with
marrying
that.
up. He comes from no prestige, no status. And the only banner he carries
But all those
is when he
things-
has that jersey
But
on.
if he has
So
that
you
good
take
core,
jersey
all those
off,
things
he's a
can be
nobody.
learned. All those things can be learned.
It can be taught.
I don't want to criticize. I'm not going to criticize you. I'm just saying from my personal experience, because I'm talking to somebody who's, you know, yeah, I am a dancer. Like I said, my stepfather is a chemist, and my biological father is a mortician. That mortuary has been in our family for generations. Like right now, I'm pursuing a position as a forensic investigative assistant. But I can't bring that up when I'm at the club. Of course not. You know
That's kind of important.
I gotta make sure I don't even know how to read in it.
Yeah, you gotta dumb yourself down. You just
I gotta dumb it down. But why do we have that purpose? Only because that's a different environment. Now, if you out here,
It's outside too. It's been totally
but I'm just only referring to my environment because for the past 10 plus years, that's kind of all I know, you know. But like you were saying about them, all they got is a jersey. That's great, but anything can be taught.
Yes,
you know, anything can be taught. So I'm not gonna criticize the black. I'm not gonna do that. But if you can dip and dab another race, nigga, I'm swimming in there too.
Okay, well listen, you guys, we've been talking about race, and race is always a hot topic, a sore subject. But I think we can look at this one from a number of perspectives. Y'all know who Robert Griffin III is?
Yes.
You know, I just know that.
Photograph.
Okay, well,
Heisman Trophy winner.
yeah, there you go.
Where here?
I like her, cause she gonna give you that real stellar,
The sophisticated
sophisticated response. Let me tell you what this boy is. He is jet black, my color.
I love
him.
I like that.
He wears his hair. It looks like it's combed, but
What
it's
is that?
braided.
Okay.
It's not dreads. It looks like it's perm and then straight. So the ends are thin. Robert, you know I love you, but still I'm telling the truth. So it looks like stringy white people hair.
Oh wow, that's not awesome.
Talented athlete as he is, comes from some little town in Texas, went to Baylor. He's a young boy, he's like third year in the league. He said he did not want to be recognized as a quote unquote black quarterback. He just wanted to be recognized as a quarterback.
That's not gonna happen.
Now, so we're gonna move to the West Coast, my coast. The quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. You seen him, Colin Kaepernick?
No. Well, that name is white, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Which caused me and my reporter behind to get to investigate. This kid is multiracial. Dad is black, mom's white, I think. Raised by a white family in Wisconsin.
Oh wow. I dated white dudes from Wisconsin. That's cocaine white girl. That's cocaine white girl.
Very fair skin, but you know your brother when you see him.
Right.
A Kappa.
Really?
Yes. My point is, his white family, or either it may come just from him, he embraces his heritage.
That's great.
Here you have these two polar opposites. They consider him to be a black quarterback. He makes no qualms about that. He just keeps the cameras rolling, keep on talking. He doesn't stop to say, wait a minute, I'm multi.
And he has more premises to say that.
He didn't pull a Tiger Woods. So what I want to talk about is what's going on here with, because we were talking about the black athletes disassociating themselves from the black women. Well, to me, the self-hatred is starting with them because they don't even want to embrace themselves. Now, just to give you a little bit more history, this particular guy, Robert Griffin, was chosen to narrate the Super Bowl story about Doug Williams, who was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I have a problem with that. No. You have nothing to say.
Not making that public statement.
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Well, and then of course there was the firing of Rob Parker behind his comment about
Rob being a nerd and he claimed that he was one, whoever said that, I don't remember. He claimed that when he was coming up that black girls didn't talk to him. One of his friends said that for him, but that's what he told, because he
Maybe he can talk about girls.
They had that one bad experience. I'm sorry. That's all it is.
And he didn't talk
That
to
one bad experience.
And it's all black.
Robin said the same thing on the Robert Banks show.
have you seen his sister? So then someone should say, ask him what type of experiences have your sister.
They never answer these questions.
But get this, because his sister is not your, his
Average
sister.
white girl.
Well, no, and she's not your average black girl either. She's
I don't know the sister.
I see
She's in the middle.
She's
Here she girl.
In the middle.
she's
What are you talking about? Kaepernick's sister or Robert's sister?
Robert.
Oh, she dark skinned like
She's
him?
dark skinned. She wears a lot of makeup.
Not so cute?
She's
like him?
set.
Oh,
She's,
okay.
the hair.
She's
She date white men?
I don't know who she's dated because I've never.
Well, his
seen
is
her.
Robert's fiance is blonde hair, blue eyes, straight across the board.
Oh,
No dark, no brown eyes. Just
Give me the last name. No
it ain't
question, no
Kaepernick,
swirl.
is it?
Kaepernick.
The one that's
the one that's
whose wife is white?
Nobody's married.
I mean, whose girlfriend?
engaged.
fiance?
Engaged.
The one that's making the
dark skin,
complaints
the
about being
confused
referred
one.
to as a
Yes.
black.
And he's a dark guy.
You're very dark.
Do you see where I'm going with it?
No, where we going?
It's just
And then
like,
she's,
Lord, how
but she's been
that he's black.
and she's been criticized in the media, of course, by a
Who,
black.
his girlfriend?
Yeah, his fiance.
Really?
She's been criticized because there was just one event. I want to say it was the ESPY Awards where she actually got glammed up and stopped looking like
a black girl.
Mary Jane. She's brunette.
Oh, so she's a white girl. She's trying to look black?
No, she doesn't
She's
know.
a black girl.
She's a white girl.
She's just not refined.
She's not refined.
I
She's
got
like
you.
her.
She's
She's like
sorry.
your delta.
Yeah, she don't love him no matter
The
what.
triple
though,
delta
right?
or whatever your typical.
None of
white
y'all would marry him
sorority.
no matter what.
No, not with that self-hatred going on.
Not with his self-hatred.
Maybe that's why he's running away.
He got
He don't
so
want to
many
deal.
issues.
He don't want to deal with what's going on.
What's going on inside of himself.
Right.
Well, I saw it. I can't even say I originated this. I can't even remember what I was looking at. Oh, when I was watching Black Girls, the one girl she said it was epic. It starts from within.
And
So when they choose other, it's because they cannot deal with their own insecurities about, or they're not free. She said they were imprisoned within self. I was like, that was the best description.
But they still are.
Without getting in any particulars of why you, and not let's make it clear, not that you choose other, but that you would make it a dynamic statement to say, I don't date XYZ, or I'm black, I don't date black guys.
I don't wanna be labeled
And the
a black
reason you
woman.
have
Right.
behind it,
Wow.
it's ludicrous. No matter what you say, whether you say, well, my last boyfriend, or my last husband, or my father, whoever black people were in your
It's
family.
not even a label, it's a description. You're black. What you do? You're a quarterback. That's
But
basically
if they don't want to be black or label themselves as black, they act black. The black women tan. They get shots.
the white chicks.
They get shots. No
Yes, they do.
swats.
They wear weed.
They wear weed.
They wear
They
weed.
get
They wear them not well.
They want to be.
That's the thing that the men they're stuck on the fact that they want
They get the white women that look
but
like.
they still doing this.
But the thing is that, what is a white woman? She can be basically anything. I mean, she got free advertisement. You can walk in the
I don't
grocery
give a
store
damn
and
what
see
they
a
going
magazine.
through.
So
I
basically, it's
will
like,
say-
when you get that white lady, I just kind of feel like it's a symbol of success for them. I made it. I mean, ain't Michael Jordan finna marry a white chick?
They're already married. That's the whole point of being independent and making your
But give
own
him credit.
So you
Well,
He tried. Leave him alone.
Okay,
leave him alone.
That's a segue
And
to
she
my
eating
next
it.
subject.
But it's not.
And we probably don't end it with this, because we can